Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Auburn's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and which style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cobb. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll do it himself. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give on the inside. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll try to get outside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Pucks it out of the air. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. A little screen to the running back. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air, it's Daniels. Oh, they're after him! Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. With the catch, it's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd down coming up after the completion. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Rush is on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Gilmore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to him. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Now on first down from the 28. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Kentucky going quickly.
Black 24. Black 24.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Lots of room to run. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted a first. Turnover can swing momentum. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And they'll take a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock. behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Right on the money. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go back to the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 6th play of the drive coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's McGowan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. On the move, it's Cobb. Got the first down, looking for more. Open space and touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's a heat. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Rodriguez. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Offense working from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Absolutely perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might football. Comebacks happen. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to barge in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on touchdown Tiger. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
And the Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Cradles it at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Finds his man, it's Simmons. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Singleton. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense
converts on 4th down, still going. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now on 2nd and goal. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds.
Easy.
Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's McGowan. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Makes a catch at the 10. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To throw, it's Daniels. Caught over the middle, it's Singleton. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Simmons. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Howard. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
63, Kentucky, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
We've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending